Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you guys don't know me already, I'm Jennifer and I'm an esthetician. This is my beauty channel. I have a skincare line. My skincare line is Bauer Beauty. No, it is not an MLM. I fucking hate when people ask me that. No, I do not sell freaking Rodan and Fields, bitch. It's my own products. It's my own skincare line. Anyways, that's a tangent. Today, we're going to talk about something I have wanted to discuss for a while. That's skin philosophy. Skin philosophy. But first, if you are not subscribed, please subscribe. If you don't subscribe, I see you. I can see who's watching my videos, and if you're not subscribed, I see you. So just, better subscribe. So you better subscribe. And if you want to follow me on other social media platforms, I'm on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I have a podcast. All that info will be linked below, including links to where you can find my skincare line, which is either on Amazon or my website. Right now, we're having a little bit of issues on my website because it's not collecting tax, which is fucking like so triggering to me. Like, excuse me, like the button's on to collect tax, but you're not collecting tax. So I had to raise the prices on everything. It's just annoying. It's just so annoying. So anyways, today we're going to be talking about skin philosophy. Let's just hop right into it. So today we're going to be talking about skin philosophy, and I want to talk about this because I see a lot of people, a lot of you guys, and a lot of people on social media that are confused about why do skincare professionals disagree about things. Why do some people love Fenty, some people hate Fenty? Why do some people love fragrance? Why do some people hate fragrance? I'm going to explain it to you very simply. There are two ideologies in this world, in this skincare world. There's two main ideologies. That's natural is better, and there's science is better. Those are the two philosophies, core ideologies. A core ideology is something where it's a core belief. It's a belief that you have, and that's what dictates your life, all the decisions you make, and your thoughts that you have, and the perceptions that you see. Skin philosophy is having a core ideology about skin and skincare that dictates the lens through which you see things. And so I've seen people comment like, well, skin is not a philosophy, it's a science. All science is philosophy to some extent because you have to know how to apply that science, when to apply that science. That is why doctors say ask your physician. Like you can't just ask a random doctor on the internet, hey, I have this going on, what's the cure? The directive is always ask your physician because your physician needs to apply, take you as a whole and give you an analysis. It's not black and white. It's never been black and white. You've got the natural skincare philosophy, and then you've got the science-based philosophy. And the two overlap as well, but I'm just going to go into like the extreme. Natural skincare is when you believe that ingredients that come from nature and that are natural and made by nature are better for your skin and better for your body. There's a part of you that believes that science is negligent and irresponsible and you don't trust ingredients that you can't pronounce. You want to be able to read all the ingredients on your labels because you believe that ingredients that you can't read are toxic. You believe in the words chemicals and toxins. There's rarely evidence to support the ideas that natural is better. Then the other side is you believe what the data says. You believe what the data says. Yes, data evolves, okay? So you should be on the leading edge of maybe what ingredients might come up down the line as they're an issue. Like for example, octinoxate, I think that's how you say it. And also chemical sunscreens in general accumulate in the bloodstream. So something like that is good to know and good to avoid, chemical sunscreens, because we don't 100% know what's going on there, but in general, it should still be in moderation and not something to be super afraid of. You can have a science-based perspective and still know that there are some ingredients that we use in science-based skincare that are bad for the environment. Mineral oil is not good for the environment. Microplastics are not good for the environment. With a science-based perspective, you basically forego a little bit of control because you're like, you know what, I'm not a chemist. I don't 100% know how to pronounce these ingredients, but like, is that really a big deal? And also we look at the data. We look at the data of what works because That's all we have. I like to use what works, period. End of story for my skin. I don't want to embark on a conspiracy theory and vacillate between like, oh my God, what's the newest bad ingredient? And like, what should I be like using today out of fear? Where it's like, why don't we just look at what's the facts? What are the facts? What is good for the skin? We know retinoids are good for the skin no matter what, you know. We know that methicone is good for the skin, even though there's a lot of controversy around that. We know that these ingredients are safe. Even parabens are safe because we use them in moderation. I gave the example before, like the toxicity is in the dose, and that's what you'll hear chemists say. The toxicity is in the dose. For example, you could drink a fifth of vodka and die, or you could take a shot of vodka and have the best time of your life. It's like that is the difference that you're talking about. Is one shot of vodka bad for you? No, because our body's process, we have a natural detoxification process that goes on within the body. You don't need to tell your body to detoxify. Your liver does that for you. So our body has a natural 24-hour regeneration cycle. That's why everything is measured in a day. That's why scientists, when they measure out, okay, you can have 1% phenoxyethanol in your formulas. Well, that means they know that what if you use that twice a day or 3 times a day, every day for the rest of your life? That dose is still measured out for considering that scenario. It's not like they didn't consider the fact that you'd be using this twice a day, 3 times a day, every day for the next 5 to 10 to 20, 30 years. They took that into consideration. Everyone has kind of like this mix of those two ideologies. How much of a natural person are you versus how much of like a science person are you? And it's kind of like a little bit of a push and pull between those two dynamics, and we need both. If natural was left and science was right, I definitely lean way more right than I do left, because I want to do what works for the skin, period. Because we don't have time. Time is like, it's compounding interest when it comes to skin. The sooner you start, the better, and the more diligent and consistent you are, the better. Same thing with investing. The sooner you start, the better, because your interest compounds. It's the same thing with skincare. So why are you wasting time thinking about, oh my God, this might be a threat, or this might be a threat, so I'm gonna experiment with these natural ingredients that there's no basis of proof. I'm just gonna experiment with these products because like, I'm afraid of what if something happens, or what if these other ingredients are bad, or blah, blah, blah. What if they're toxic? In general, I just don't waste my time, because time is of the essence when it comes to skincare. You want to do what you know works for a fact, and you want to do it right now. And that's it. Why mess around? Why not? If we know that retinoids work for a fact, anti-aging the skin, why would you waste time not using a retinoid? Why would you fall for like marketing schemes of like, oh, the tangerine this week is the best way to get vitamin C, but really it's really L-ascorbic acid? Why would you waste time if you know that retinoids are the best ingredient for anti-aging? Why would you waste time going out and trying some magic potion from like fucking, that's $200 that there's no evidence behind at all? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's because people react on emotion. They react emotionally to certain things in general, but also with skincare. And I prefer to do what works because, like I said, limited time on this planet. The more time that goes by, that you're wasting your time conspiracy theorizing about what could be bad in these chemicals, your time is passing you by. The time is passing you by and your skin is aging every single day. Fuck that. Why would you want to waste 20 years thinking, oh yeah, these natural remedies are so much better, only to find out that they're not? No. But then the natural like perspective is saying, well, what if you didn't avoid those ingredients for 20 years? Then we find out in 20 years that, you know, this is bad and you've been using it this whole time. So there's a little bit of balance when it comes to both sides. But in general, I look at what works. I want to use what works. I believe in the research that our scientists have done in terms of quantity, the amount that you can put, the dose, how much you can put of each ingredient in the formula until it becomes toxic. Why is the sun is like setting? What time is it? So that's why people disagree. That's why there's no black and white answer. That's why I tell you guys that you need to learn your own skin tuition, that you need to develop your skin tuition, that you need to know your skin tolerance, what works for you, what does your skin need, because you can't just take my advice blindly. You can't just take your dermatologist's advice blindly. For the most part, you need to have your own filter of common freaking sense. You need to have your own common sense filter to be able to filter out the idiotic ideas that you hear, and also these smart ideas that you hear. You need to think about what is logical, what makes sense for you. There is no black and white answer. That's my soapbox for the day. Hopefully that made sense, and hopefully that clarifies some things for you guys. But I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.